Just like that, the 2025 NFL Draft is over, and the Cleveland Browns are officially on the clock in 2026. I kid. Kinda. Welcome into the show, everybody. I am Joey Petersen. You're watching the Packers Report. And on today's show, we're going to do something a ton of fun. I'm going to go pick by pick, round by round, break them down, and give you my draft grades. I'll grade every player, and then I'll grade the Packers as a whole. And I want you guys to do along with me in the comment section. Before we get any further in today's show, I got to shout out our sub battle because we've been doing it all draft week long, and tonight is the final night. It ends right after this video, okay? I need at least 25 diehard, loyal Green Bay Packers fans to help me prove to everybody right here at Chat Sports that the Green Bay Packers fan base runs the NFC North, okay? Only one subscriber behind Bears now. It is so tight, and it's all going to be over after the day. Help me out. Do me a solid. Subscribe and lock us in right now for the rest of eternity. All righty, let's start with round one, pick number 23. They did it, ladies and gentlemen, and many people thought they never would. Green Bay selected a wide receiver in the first round, first time since 2002. It's the speedster, Matthew Golden. There's not a lot that I don't love about Matthew Golden's game. And I just love that even though we all were talking about Teteroa McMillan throughout the week, and saying that I think that's the only wide receiver they would take in that first round because they seem so interested. He went at 8. After that, I kind of sold my hope on it until Matthew Golden was a selection at 23. His ability to get open is greater than any wide receiver on this roster. His catch radius is so much larger than his 5'11" frame. And we all know his blazing speed. This dude has a chance to be the franchise wide receiver for Jordan Love that Aaron Rodgers was begging for the entirety of his career, but the Green Bay Packers didn't do anything about it then. Matthew Golden can be that solution for Jordan Love in this passing game. Round 2, I wasn't as high on. Didn't really love the selection. It kind of felt a little bit, I don't know, like unnecessary to me. An offensive tackle in round 2 when you have 2 good offensive tackles. And I get it, like, this is a move for the future. This pretty much said to Rasheed Walker, look, you're not going to be on this team next year. He's playing on last year of his contract. I don't think they're planning on signing him. But in round 2, you get a guy who's not going to start this year or really even compete to start, in my opinion. Kind of a head scratcher. You need to address corner. This, in my opinion, would have been a good place to do so. Trey Amos was still on the board, and I love him. And you went with Anthony Belton. He's got really good anchor. He's got some good things about him. I just thought it was a tad early and kind of a weird and confusing pick for Green Bay. What's your favorite pick? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll give you mine right after this ad break. But first, I want to hear from you guys. Of all the draft, what was your favorite pick? Mine was Barryn Sorrell, I should say, at pick number 124. I'm going to break down his pick in just a second, but just like, I thought it's a great player. I thought it was great value. This team needs edge rush help, and Barryn Sorrell has the ability to give that to this team, and he's just a perfect fit in this Jeff Hafley system. Before we get to him at 124, we got to take a stop at 87 with Savion Williams, the wide receiver out of TCU. I'm giving this a B plus A minus, okay? It was hard for me to give him a B. I really like the player. I think he's so intriguing. He makes people miss. He's fast. He's big. He makes contested catches. And now Matt LaFleur is, the chess master with Savion Williams. He can put him anywhere he wants to, is what I'm saying. You could put him in the backfield at running back. He can do so much. Now, it is a little confusing. That's probably why it's not an A+, because I gotta be honest with you. I was a little bit confused of why they went 2 wide receivers in the first 3 rounds. I didn't necessarily think that was necessary, but the more I think about it, think about guys like Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, and Davian Wicks. All of their contracts are up at the end of this year. Kind of tells you what they think about those guys in the current state of this wide receiver room. I think they just really like Savion. They saw him there at round 3, I should say, and they didn't want to let him go. Round 4, the first selection of today, day 3 of the NFL draft. I give Barryn Sorrell an A. I said it in my earlier video. He's the ultimate sleeper pick, in my opinion. I just really like him. I really like what he was able to do at Texas. They lost a ton of production from last year to this year. They lost a ton of really good players, and Barryn Sorrell was able to kind of step right in there. And didn't feel like they lost that much. Their defensive line was still really, really good. He has room to grow as a pass rusher, but he's already a really good run stopper, and he fits great in this 4-3. Okay? Perfect scheme fit, really great team fit, and I love that they're addressing the need of edge rusher. They stay on the defensive side, round 5, pick number 159, with Collin Oliver. I'm going to give this one a C+. It was fine. I just don't know if linebacker's a selection there at round 5. There was a lot of players and prospects still on the board that I would have rather. There's a lot of positions and prospects still on the board that I would have rather. You still got to figure out cornerback. And you didn't do that in the first 5 rounds, and you thought you'd rather address linebacker with Collin Oliver, a guy who doesn't really excite me anyway? I don't know, kind of a head scratcher. I just think there could have been better selections there at that point in the 5th round. The greatest selection that you could make, though, is our friends over at House of Atlas. Today's show is sponsored by House of Atlas, and after years of rocking facial hair, I've switched to the clean-shaven look, and I wanted to find a razor that matched my lifestyle. The existing brands out there really haven't innovated in years, and I was excited to see the new brand Atlas on the market. The razor comes from the creators of the brand Athena Club, a leading women's razor brand, which my wife loves, and they really know what they're doing. The blade head has 5 U.S.-made stainless steel blades that glide right through my facial hair. It has a high-performance serum strip that's infused with ingredients like aloe, vitamin E, and shea butter, which reduces irritation and helps prevent ingrowns. So thankful for House of Atlas for sponsoring today's episode. I got their Essential Razor Kit right here, and let me tell you, it's the best razor on the game, okay? I tried for so long to find a razor that fit me, that suit me, that felt good, that, gave me a smooth and clean shave, also not irritating, giving bumps, nicks, things like that. Took me a really long time until I found House of Atlas. I also love their shaving cream. It smells good. It also moisturizes your skin. A lot of times, I feel like you put the shaving cream on, you get a little dry. Not with House of Atlas. They just do everything to the best ability. And now for a limited time, they're offering 15% off your first order when you purchase any razor kit and the before and after set, which includes the precision shave cream and calming aftershave. Use code CHAT at houseofatlas.com. That's HOUSEOFATLAS.com with promo code CHAT for 15% off your new razor kit and before and after set. Stop wasting money and time on shaving products that don't look good, aren't effective, and cost way too much. Visit houseofatlas.com today. Trust me, promise you, you will love them just as much as I did. The link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. All right, let's go to round 6. The selection was Warren Brinson, defensive tackle out of the University of Georgia. And I will be honest, it's hard to go wrong when drafting defensive tackles out of Georgia. Okay, I'm just going to speak candidly here. Wasn't thrilled about this selection. I thought this was probably right where Warren Brinson could go. Again, part of my grading in this is there's still positions that I think they needed to address more than defensive tackle right there. But also, I'm not going to be upset about adding a really good defensive piece. That's a good scheme fit that played for a really great coach in Kirby Smart. Georgia has pumped out incredible National Football League players. And so that's why it's a B+. But also, I still think there's better value at that position. And here we get to Micah Robinson. I'm going to give this one a C-. I actually didn't even have a draft grade on Micah. I did not think he was a draftable player. I thought that he was, I don't know, maybe UDFA at the best. Cornerback out of Tulane does some things fine. But this is how you address cornerback? That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm scratching my head about. We knew that this was a need going into this draft. And to address it once in round 7 with Micah Robinson, a guy a lot of people didn't really even have any kind of scouting work done on because they didn't think he was going to get drafted, really was a head scratcher. Honestly, it might be closer to a D+. I'm officially changing my grade to a D+. Let me know in the comment section, what is your least favorite pick? Or what was your least favorite selection? Not going to lie to you. You let me know yours in the comment section, then I'll let you know mine. It was Micah Robinson. Okay, I don't think you're very surprised after hearing me talk about him. Not obsessed with the selection. Kind of just a weird place, weird position, and weird prospect in my opinion. We're going to round this out with John Williams, the offensive lineman out of Cincinnati. I'm going to give this a C. John Williams is fine. He's a fine player. But again, like, you went offensive lineman, offensive tackle, that is, like, already pretty early. I don't necessarily see the value in adding another one this late. And I get it. At this point in the draft, all these picks are kind of, I don't want to say they're guesswork. The 7th is kind of a tough round. But still at the same time, it's like, there were a lot of players that went after him that I was like, ooh, I can't believe they're still available. I know it's just a couple picks after, but like still, John Williams, I'm not that confident in him and his ability to make this roster, if we're being honest. What's your final grade? Grade the Packers draft A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comment section down below. Really curious to hear what y'all's answer is. I was a little bit of a harsh grader. I'm not going to lie. And I think y'all will kind of agree with me. I'm going to give it a B-. There were some picks I really liked a lot. Matthew Golden, Barryn Sorrell, of course, Savion Williams as well. I honestly might even go down C+. This is like a C+, B- range. I thought there was bigger needs they needed to address that they never did. There were some head-scratching selections, and I don't know how much better this team is after this draft than they were going into it. I think they improved in a lot of areas, but I still think looking at this roster heading into 2025, there's a lot of areas that still need to be improved that I thought they were going to improve heading into the draft. So because of that, B-, C+, yeah, kind of somewhere in that range. Make sure you subscribe. I'm about to get on out of here. Thanks for tuning in with us for the entirety of this draft. It's been a ton of fun. We're going to have you covered with UDFA trackers tomorrow, so subscribe so you don't miss that. Tune back in, and we'll see you tomorrow.